I would like to welcome everybody and call to order this regular board meeting of Harmony Public Schools. It's 6:38 p.m. right now. We have 4 board members present, so we have quorum.
6:39.
6:39, okay. So, do we have any public comments?
No, sir, not at this time.
Okay. So for the next item, I was told we need to be seated there because there's going to be, the item is Texas Academic Performance Report, public hearing. So since this is a public hearing, there will be a presentation?
Yes, sir, but it's not ready.
It's not ready. Oh, okay.
Can we move on?
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
sure. All right, so the next item is approval of previous board meeting minutes, and they are presented in our packages.
Mr. Chairman, they said they are ready.
Okay. Homer, you have access? You have access to files?
Yes, I am.
Okay. And you don't have a problem, right? Okay.
So do we have any
It's only us.
questions?
Huh? If you have questions, you can ask, or otherwise we need a motion.
So I make a motion to approve the previous board meeting minutes.
Anybody seconding that? All right, so everybody in favor of approving previous board meeting minutes, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. They are approved. So back to Texas Academic Performance Report public hearing. I'm told it's ready. So we should move there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Dear Chairman and honorable board members and CEO, distinguished staff members, parents, welcome to our public hearing. Today we are going to go over the Texas Academic Performance Reports for 7 districts. It is mandated by Texas Education Code 39.306, and then we are supposed to publish an annual report to public, share and disseminate the information. What information we will disseminate today, and Texas Academic Performance Reports, TAPER and PIMS Financial Standard Reports, District Accreditation Status, Campus Performance Objectives, information violent or criminal incidents, and information on the performance of the previous year's graduates in their first year of college, according to Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board data. And each district's Board of Trustees must hold a public hearing to discuss the district's annual report. Therefore, today we are all here, and each department, academic department, HR, finance, operation, they are here also to answer any question if there will be any. And right now, I just would like to go over the reports. Remember the components right now. The first one is TAPER, and then this is the website. The source of our data is available on the TA website. This is the link right now, so anyone can go and click this link and then download any district's TAPER report. And we have 7 districts right now. Each Texas Academic Performance Report, just this is cover page, accountability rating, special education determination status by district, distinction designation by campus, and a performance data profile section. So any Texas Academic Performance Report includes these components, and this is the link right now, and we are going to review today 2015 and 16 reports for 7 Harmony Public School districts. And this is the financial report data. As you remember in the first slide, we said that we should disseminate this. So this is the link right now. It is public, available on Texas Education Agency's websites. And this today, we are going to go over the total revenue of the district, each district, net assets, total expenditures, program expenditures. This information should be released and shared with public to be in compliance with the law requirement. And the next component of the public hearing right now, accreditation status of each district. So we will review those status. Again, this information is a public information on the Texas Education Agency's website. This is the link of the information. And then the next one is the campus performance objectives. If you remember, last year you approved the campus improvement plans and district improvement plans for each campus and districts. So those are the objectives data source that we are going to review today by districts. This is the report on violent on criminal incidents. Report includes the following: number, rate, type of violent criminal incidents. So this data is coming from the PIMS. And this is the last component of the public hearing. We need to review the previous year, so we are reviewing the 2015 and 16 academic reports. That means the report will include the 2013 and 14 academic years higher ed data, because this is the only information shared by the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board. And right now, the next is the first district, Harmony School of Excellence right now. So let's review the district profile. This district right now has 4,387 students last academic year. Economically disadvantaged percentage is 52%. Total staff number is 374. And teachers by years of experience, beginning teachers, 22.8%, 1 to 5 year experience, 58%, 3.3%. So ethnic distribution is Hispanic 41.1%, African American 20.5%, Asian 18.4%. Where did we get this data? Just let's go back to the previous report. It is available on Texas Education Agency's website, Texas Academic Performance Report. So this profile data received from there. The next slide is about the district performance summary in STAR testing. According to this report right now, the green one is the state average. The next one is the district average. These are the subcategories right now by the ethnicity. African American is the third one, and then the Hispanic, this is the Hispanic one, and economically disadvantaged, the last one. This is the percentages right now by all subjects: reading, mathematics, writing, science, and social studies. These are the tested subjects right now. So this is the post-secondary readiness. It is a component of the accountability, the last component. And right now, these are the data. Graduated students, state average is 89, district average is 99.2. College-ready graduates is 35 and 49 for our district. Both subject means ELA and math. And right now, AP and IB results, participants, this is when you compare the state participation, and then ours is 57.3%. AP, IB results, SAT, ACT, so average SAT scores is 1512. So that's our average. Almost in all categories, we are higher than the state average. And right now, this is the actual financial data for 2014 and 15 academic year. Total revenue of this district and more than $35 million, including the state, federal, and other incomes. Payroll, 56.5% of total revenue was spent to payroll. And 2015 and 16 accreditation status, and this district received a pass rating in first rating, and then MET standard, that is the rating for the accountability, accredited, that's the accreditation status right now, and performance objectives and incidents. I will go over those two after this one. And this is the higher ed number for fiscal year 2015, and the only data available at the Texas Higher Ed Coordinating Boards. portal right now is for the Harmony School of Advancement, and 81 students graduated that year. Just remember right now, this is the 2013-14 academic year right now, and then 28 of them applied to four-year public university and attending that four-year college. 29 of them two-year public colleges. 2 of them right now enroll in independent college and universities, and not trackable 6, not found 16 students. Probably some of them went to other states because of moving or for any other reasons. So therefore there is no data available. Total high school graduates for that academic year 2013 and 14 was 81, and this is the report right now for the Harmony School of Excellence District. This annual report. The detailed report is available on district website. This is the website right now, and then paper copies will be available at the district administration office and Harmony Public School Central Office if someone requested the copy of the reports. Campuses can print from Harmony Public School website per request. I just would like to emphasize one more time, I just summarized the district report by numbers right now. So detailed reports is just only Texas Academic Performance Report is more than 80 pages, 70 based on the district size. So this is the first district. The second one is Harmony School of Science. Dear board members, is there any question or public that we need to answer? Okay. Second, right now, Harmony School of Science, and its number is 101862, and district profile right now, total number of students is more than 3,000. This economic disadvantage 48%, total staff number 244. These are the experience of teacher experience data. This is the enrollment by program. So we had 14.6% bilingual ESL population in this district. Special education percentage is 5.4%. Ethnic distribution, 30.2% Asian, African American 26, white 21, and Hispanic population is 20.8%. This is the district performance summary in STAR testing. So these are the state averages. And the second column, remember, please, this is the district one right now. The third one is African American, and the fourth one is Hispanic, and the last one is the economically disadvantaged performance in the last academic year STAR testing. Again, it's for the all subjects. This is reading, mathematics, writing, science, and social studies. This is the post-secondary readiness right now. The first one, data was not available for that year. College ready, it is 54, and then the state average is 35 for both subjects, ELA and math. And this is the AP IB results right now, so 63.9 participated of that students. This is the result right now of that exams. 34 is the SAT, ACT results at or above the criterion right now. This is our district average right now for the SAT scores. And this is, the next one is 2014-15 actual financial data. This total revenue for this district was more than 26 million, including state, federal, and other funds. That is the payroll percentages, 54% of this amount right now was spent to payroll. Accreditation status, district receive passing rating in first rating. Accountability rating is MET standard. Accreditation status accredited. I think right now let's review this. How am I gonna be clicking this performance objectives, Dr. Çetinkaya? By using this one. You see this? Yeah, because in last district also I failed because, okay, yeah. Performance objectives, I just wanna reiterate one more time. this is the district improvement plans that you approved last year, and these scores are coming from there right now. That's just the percentages such as district improvement plan performance, I think here, such as for 82% of all students and student groups taking the state of Texas assessment of academic in reading and English 1-2, and not math 89%, but the percentage, basically it's math right now, because it's just 82 their target, and then they receive 89% right now. It is, do you mind scrolling down right now? These are the targets, such as 93%, therefore 94, and 96% of in math algebra 1, and there was 94%. And this is 100% of all students in reading and English 1, and their percentage was 93, so they were below of their internal goal right now. Their internal goal, district's goal was 100%. They are the ones setting up that threshold. I think this year they are going to review their goals, make sure that they are going to align their expectation based on this year's data. Right now, this is 75% of all students should take the state of Texas assessment in reading and English, and it's just they met their goal, internal goal with this right now. 100% is there's a gap right now. I think campus should sit, and then with the guidance of the district personnel, address this issue in math, algebra 1. So these performance data available for all districts. Again, I just would like to emphasize that this is the district improvement plan data goals that you approve, just, you know, at the board meeting. And can we look at the other report right now? This is the we are supposed to disclose this information also, and right now it is a school violence prevention and intervention 2015 and 16. These are the board policies that you approve, ensure that school campus is going to be safe, accessible for all students, and make sure there will not be a retaliation, and it is going to be a bullying-free campus so that they can learn and excel and grow. And so these are the actions right now that we took based on the board policies, such as campus training, and you know the code of conduct was introduced to students, parents, staff. Campus safety plan was introduced, and then we conduct trainings throughout the year. School evacuation, lockdown, and severe weather, those are the okay, here search and seizure procedures, it was introduced to staff. Violence prevention, staff and students, this district-wide bullying and sexual harassment prevention, no place for hate, that's the name of the program. And then district policy training on bullying, harassment and dating violence, staff receive this training. And then CPR training, district-wide suicide, positive behavior support staff as selected campuses, district-wide character education initiative. So these are the programs right now that we are all CPR, first aid, AED, training to appropriate campus personnel, and suicide prevention training for our staff members through a program called Cognito, and support staff with direct responsibility for violence reduction. These are the stakeholders receive this, and external consultation that we are receiving. The Pelchin Children's Center provides counseling services for the one who are in need of additional support. Partners Resource Network, Anti-Defamation League. These are the organizations that we are in collaboration to address the specific group or specific students' needs, additional needs. Basically, this is the final report data that we should disclose right now. The above, all those trainings and board policies are similar to other districts. So this district has no findings reported for Title for Safe and Drug-Free Schools and Communities Evaluation Report for 2015 and 16 academic year. There is no findings reported right now.
So we have that committee in each district?
Yes. Right now, let's go back to other districts because it's public hearing right now. I do apologize, I think we missed it. And right now here, and yeah. So this is the same format right now that we use. And it is 92% for all students should take the STAR alternate assessment in reading, and their percentages was actual was 81, 87% was the actual was 87, and they set up a goal 92% were the groups taking STAR alternate assessment in reading, but the actual data becomes 91%. So 87.2% for all students should take the State of Texas Assessment of Academic Readiness in Math, Algebra 1. The actual data, 90%, so basically we need to change this so they met their goal. And then 90% of all students should take in reading English 1, 2, 3, EOC, reports, and 66%. I think this year right now, district personnel and our academic department is working on this to address the issue. So 92%, and this is 67% also. Once again, I just would like to emphasize that 92% is just the internal goal that we set up. We had opportunity to say a 65%. Because, you know, as Harmony Public School, one of our core value is the high expectation. So the staff members put high expectation, but I think there's a gap right now, and we need to address these issues in detail right now. So let's scroll down, sir. I appreciate your help and support. These are all data available, 92%, 82%, and 90% of all students and subgroups right now should take the Texas Assessment of Academic Readiness in Math and Algebra 1, but the actual report 90%, so the district met its internal goal right now here. Let's scroll down right now here. This is another way of setting up the goal right now. So Harmony School of Achievement Houston establish a goal of all students should be reading by 1% increase and math by 0.5%. African American Hispanic population, they propose a 2% increment and then 1% increase in math right now. So this is theirs in progress, baseline data, first year in testing. So hopefully we can talk about this campus goals and comparison next year report right now. So because it was its first year, students were tested. So can we go to the second one right now? It is the same right now, all the board policies and procedures, trainings is all same. Let's go scroll down the bottom right now to see it is no findings for this districts also. So 2 districts summary are completed right now. And here, let's review the third one. This is, we cover, okay, here. This also report is accessible on the district website. This is the address right now. And paper copy is also available for the public if they want to get the copy. And so the next one is Harmony Science Academy El Paso. And this is its number right now. And this is the district profile. Total students, this district has 2,691 students, economically disadvantaged 67.7%. Total staff is 252. This is the teacher experience percentages. This is 14.5% ESL bilingual population we have in El Paso. Special education 7.4%. This is the distribution, 10.5% white, 82% Hispanic. And then here is the performance summary in STAR testing. This is the, again, state averages, district, and then this one is African American, Hispanic, and economically disadvantaged population performances right now. And so the next one is the post-secondary readiness. This is the district numbers, and these are the state numbers. Yes, sir. Distribution here, sir.
White and Asians, but on white side. It was Hispanics and whites. So the Hispanic is 82, 92.
But right now there's, because the report, there's some whites and then the other ethnicities, 4 or 5 students, so therefore that's their performances right now. Still, the accountability, if a student tested, there's going to be a result. So based on this result for a small percentage of students, this is the outcome right now. But that's a good catch-up question. Okay, so this is the numbers right now for post-secondary readiness. Ours is 100, and when you compare, I think this district also is doing a good job in terms of the post-secondary readiness. And right now here, let's review the first rating. District receive a passing rate and math standard, that's the accountability rating, accreditation status for 2015 and 16 academic year accredited. And this is the number of students for that reporting period, 2014 and 13 and 14 academic year. Total graduates 49 and 28 graduates attended the 4-year public university, 9 is 2 years, 0 independent, 1 is not trackable, 11 not found right now. This again data based on the Texas Higher Education Coordinating Board data. And so it's the same performance objectives, and then incident violence prevention policies are the same, but let's review the district performance objectives, the internal objectives right now. So this is their 84% and 78% in English and reading, and 85%, 78%, 95% is 84%. Again, this is internal goal, and right now here 80% they established, but the actual data 85%. So 92 and it is 76%, 80%, 77%. Can we review the violence report? Okay, here, yeah, this is 77%. Yeah, okay. Because this report will be accessible in detail on the website. So it's the same policies and then procedures. Let's look at the final reporting right now. So for this district also, Title for Safe and Drug-Free Schools and Communities Evaluation Report for 2015 and 16 academic years, there's no findings reported. And right now, the next one, same, the annual report is available on this website. Paper copies is available at the district office and our front office here in the lobby. And campuses can print the report from the website to provide the copy per request right now. So, and this is the next one, Harmony Science Academy, WACO. District profile, and most populated districts right now, more than 9,000 students enroll. Economically disadvantaged 58%, total staff 791 staff members work for this district. So this is the number of years in terms of experience, and 20.2% is bilingual, 5.8% special education. This is the distribution, 39%, 23, 21, Hispanic, African American, white. Distribution, this is the performance right now in STAR testing, state averages, districts, and African American, Hispanic, and economically disadvantaged distribution. And for all subjects, reading, math, writing, science, and social studies. And this is the post-secondary readiness of this district. It is 98.8% and graduated 4-year longitudinal rate. And 36, this is the AP&I participation for all subjects, 53%. And this is the SAT average right now, 1,451%. And this is the total revenue that district generated in last 14 and 15 fiscal year, more than $78 million. And payroll amount was 56.7%. And district first rating is pass, Accountable rating met standard, accreditation status, district is accredited by Texas Education Agency, and we are gonna say all these districts are accredited by the Advanced Ed. So, and this is the available higher ed data right now. We had 79 graduates, and 20 of them attended 4-year college, 29 2-year, 2 is independent, 13 not trackable, 15 is not found right now. And let's look at the performance objectives for Harmony Science Technology Waco District. 81%, that's theirs, and right now here you see in progress 73 for 3rd grade, 74 4th grade, 92% 8th grade. So 80% the internal goal in their district improvement plan. So this is by grade, so it just varies, and this is 81.5% all students in state accountability in reading English 1-2 EOC, and 70%. So we have gap here, and 74.7% for all students and student groups taking the general state of Texas assessment of academic readiness in math, algebra 1. The actual data is 72%. So this is campus by campus under the district, Garland, Dallas, and it's just Harmony School of Innovation, Carrollton, 92%, 84. Garland right now, 90% and 84. And so this is Fort Worth, 73%, their goal is 74%, the actual data. And so this is 68% the actual data and 83.5% the internal goal right now. Can we review the behavior report? This is the same policies and procedures, and then right now the same trainings. Let's review the last, for this districts also, there's no findings were reported. And this report and then the daily reports also will be available at this website, and then paper copies, and then campus can print their copy from the Harmony Public School websites. And the next one is Harmony Science Academy Austin, and it's just the total population more than 3,000, the second advantage 54, and this is the total staff number 361. And this is the teachers' experience distribution, and bilingual 28.9%. This is the highest percentage right now that we have among other districts. Special education 6.1%. This is the ethnicity distribution among students right now. So this is the district performance summary in STAR testing, and so it's just different performances for different subgroups. But just keep in mind that this district and all others met the standard in accountability rating for last academic year. And so this is post-secondary readiness. These are the data right now. Average SAT is 1,420, ACT, SAT, and AP exam results. This is the state average. That's the district right now. Participation, it's our number, and then state averages. So, and the next one is financial data. That's the total revenues, more than $31 million in combination of state, federal, and other resources. And then payroll amount, 57.4% of this revenue that we generated spent for payroll. 2015 and 16 accreditation status. First rating passed, accountable rating met standard, accreditation status, district is accredited by Texas Education Agency. This is the only data available in the higher ed portal. Total high school graduates 61, and then 4-year public university 15, 2 years 17 students enrolled, 2 of them enrolled to independent college and universities, 10 not trackable, 17 not found. And let's review the performance objectives for these districts. district, and right now it is, you see, 87% in reading and English STAR assessment. Their percent is 77%. This is 87% and 77%, so that it's not met their internal target right now. And then 80%, 68%, 85, 70. Let's scroll down. These are just campus internal goals. 100%, they said 100%, but actual data comes 84% right now in reading English 1, 2, and EOC testing. So this is, let's review the behavior report right now, if you don't mind. And right now, incidents reports, same policies and procedures, training the staff members in Austin district receive. For this district also, there's no findings reported. And it's the same information. District annual report is available on this website. Paper copies are available at the district's administration office and Harmony Public School Central Office main lobby. Campuses can print from Harmony Public School websites. And then once again, this is the last San Antonio, and all those information also accessible and available on TA websites. So this is the San Antonio, and right now here district, more than 3,000 students, economically disadvantaged 72%, total staff member 329, teacher experience percentages, student enrollment 19% is just ESL, population special education 5%, ethnic distribution is 1.7% Hispanic, 8% is white. And right now, this is the accountability performance right now by the district and then by the three subgroups, African American, Hispanic, economically disadvantaged, for all subjects, reading, math, writing, science, and social studies. So this is the post-secondary readiness data, and you know, as average SAT 1,450, and then SAT, ACT results 25.3, and then graduated 97.6%. This is the college-ready graduates for both subjects, ELA and math, 47. AP and IB results, 40.3%. So this is the total revenue this district generated, state, federal, and other sources, more than $30 million. 55.4% of this total revenue was spent to payroll, and then the district rating was in first rating pass, accountability rating met standard, accreditation status, district is accredited. And this is the only available data at the Higher Ed portal for Laredo campus. 32 students graduated from the high school, 16 of them enrolled 4-year college, 11 of them 2-year public college, 2 of them independent, 0 not trackable, 3 not found. And let's review briefly the performance objectives for this district. Again, these data is coming from their district improvement plan by campus. So 85%, and their actual data in English reading and English 1 and EOC participation 76%, 82 versus 76, 96% and 82% right now. Let's scroll down for Laredo, 85%, 78. So let's scroll down, sir. And it's just 85%, 76%, 82% of the campus target, but actual data just comes as 74%. Can we review the final report right now? Same policies and procedures and same trainings and okay, the report. Title for Safe Drug-Free Schools and Communities Evaluation Report for 2015 and 16 academic year. No findings were reported for this district. And then right now, again, annual report of district is available and downloadable at the harmonytx.org website, and paper copies are available at the district's administration office and then the central office here in the lobby. Campuses can print the report from our website to provide the requested party copy. So last one, that's the main one right now. Remember Harmony Science Academy? I said that the San Antonio is the last, I think, 7 districts. So I applaud your volunteer work over years. And then 48 campuses under 7 districts. That's a good, great accomplishment. And here, district profile is more than 3,000 students enroll for this districts. Economic disadvantaged persons 1.8%. Total staff number 298. This is the beginning teachers and 1 to 5 year experience distribution. And 22.4% is the ESL population, 5% special education. This is the ethnicity distribution right now. 33% African American, Hispanic is the 47.8%. And here is the district performance summary in STAR testing last year. State average district, African American, Hispanic, and then the economically disadvantaged performances right now for all subjects, reading, math, writing, science, and social studies. And this is post-secondary readiness data. And so this is the data available for Harmony Science Academy district right now. And so this is the 2015-16 annual report. Total revenue was generated by this district more than $34 million. Payroll amount was 54.75%. 2015 accreditation status is first rating pass, accounting rating math standard, accreditation status accredited. This is the only information that is available on the higher ed portal. 124 students graduated. This is the distribution of 124 students, and 58% enrolled a 4-year public university, 29 2-year public colleges. 8 of them independent colleges, universities, 7 of them not trackable, 22 not found. And let's look at the performance objectives of this district and then the campuses. And 82% versus 77, and 90%, 79 right now, 176. 100% of all students and student groups taking the general state of Texas assessment of academic readiness in Algebra 1 should be 100%, that's their expectation, but just it turned out to be a 93% in actual. So these are the other performance goals right now for each campuses under this district. Can we look at the last data available for districts? Is it the same policies and procedures? And then the report is no findings reported for this district also under title for safe drug-free school. And the report is available on the district website. Copy is also available in district front office and then Harmony Public School Central Office right now. It can be downloadable and printable for anyone who are interested in. So, and this is the end of the reports right now, and we can, I can accept questions, or this is over right now. For public hearing, I think I'm end of the presentation.
I noticed that only one group had distinctions. Is that group is really special, or do the others need to work harder?
For what? Which district? Which one? Houston South. Houston South, I think the west one received, two of them received the post-secondary distinction, is it?
I think they were the only 2 schools in this.
No, 2 districts received.
That one has a district, that campus.
Which campus? Yeah, but which district and which campus?
The last district, Harmony Science Academy, the south campus.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, right? I don't know which distinction, but there was a distinction specific to that one.
meaning that means something else, like only that campus got that distinction. Is this normal? Is this because that much better or just
I think right now several campuses and districts receive distinction in terms of the last year accountability rating, such as 2 districts received the post-secondary distinction in Houston Excellence, and then the West Harmon School of Sugarland districts, they received the post-secondary. The others also received several distinctions based on the student performances right now. Thank you. I appreciate your patience. You gave me 5 minutes. Bob did 1 minute, so the 6 minutes presentation is over right now. Yes, sir. Thank you for your patience. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All right, thanks again, Mr. Yüksel. Actually, this was very informative, a little bit long, but very informative. And I knew that we have internal goals for campuses and district, but I didn't know that it's available for parents also to see and check. So that was good to learn. I also want to it seems like in terms of college readiness and other measures, we are doing very well. But for some districts, I think there is an area for improvement for science and social studies for STAR results. Maybe it's a one-year thing. Maybe we are already addressing it with the, what do you call those campuses? Priority campuses or something like that.
In addition to riding, like in some campuses, our riding scores are kind of lower than the state, so there is some room for improvement.
For compared to the Texas.
Yes, in addition to science and social studies, so I see some improvement opportunity for the riding as well.
All right. So again, thank you. So we'll continue with our next item, which is consider approval of resolution of the Board of Directors of Harmony Public Schools requesting the permanent school fund guarantee of bonds and authorizing a bond financing to finance and refinance educational facilities and containing other matters related thereto.
Mr. Chairman and members of the board, Drew Masterson, our financial consultant,
Yeah,
and
familiar face.
yes, Dr. Akilis will walk you through this item. I think you turn it on. It's off. No, it's on top.
Do we have any supporting document that we need to be looking at, Mr. Akilis?
Yes.
Dr. Akilis? Can you first say that?
Documents in the
Which
In the
one?
folder.
So if we can just say resolution.
right here. It's right. Item number 4, actual 6.
PSF guarantee. Okay, yeah, I found it. Okay, so just for the board members, we are to look at the board resolution Harmony 2017 PSF guarantee request file. Okay. go ahead.
Yes, sir. We have brought you a board resolution. It is required to get permanent school financing guarantee from PSF funds. The amount is, the language is the standard that you approve every year. The amount listed in this resolution is $70 million for new money and $24 million for refinancing. I just want to give you, give the mic to Drew why we have this and PSF availability. If you just update the board.
Okay, good evening.
Hello, Drew.
Good to see you all. So there's about 250 million of capacity available at the PSF. We'll know exactly in a week or two. We are applying for a total of 94 million, really absolutely need 35 million to refinance our bank loan, which is fully drawn on at this point. So we expect the 250 million total available capacity to be substantially oversubscribed. So if we're cut back by as much as 50% or more than 50%, we should still at least be able to finance the the minimum that we need to take out the bank loan of $35 million. So that's kind of the strategy behind the numbers. The market right now for 30-year PSF bonds would be about a 4.35% true interest cost. So a little higher than last year. I think we were about 50 basis points below that when we sold this time last year. The other news is that there's going to be another 300+ million of PSF to come out in September and October. And there's also legislation working through Representative Jim Murphy that would essentially change the formula and make the capacity for charter schools more than adequate for the next 4 or 5 years. So either way, there should be more capacity out there in the future. Happy to answer any questions about this or the resolution.
So the refinance amount, you said 35, but here it's 24. What are these two numbers?
24 million for refinancing?
Yeah, but you said we are after 35 million, no?
35 million for new projects.
Or 35 for new?
And up to 24 for refinancing if the market was right.
What's the 70 million? Isn't it, I mean, Dr. Akıllı said 70 million for new projects, my understanding, right? Can you clarify?
Yes, sir.
70, 35, 24.
Yes, sir. Two parts on this. This in total is 94. It's $70 million and $24 million.
Okay.
The $24 million, our initial intent to use is $12 million refinancing of 2011 bonds.
Okay.
So it's outstanding debt. We're going to refinance that. But due to capacity, we are thinking that they're going to award us 50%. But we are asking for 24 million, knowing that we have within 3 years, the rule says within 3 years we have to use this money. Within 3 years we will use more than this money. This is the story for 24 million. It's not new money, it's the debt issued in 2011. The 70 million, we have already bridge loan filled up with $35 million projects. They are already there. We call them new money, but they're already they're the schools we already purchased, remodeled, built. So 35 million has already been used, most of them. So to get 35 million, we are asking for 70, hoping that we're going to get $35 million at least. If we get the full amount, we'll be able to, of course, use that within 2 or 3 years.
So if I summarize, we really need 47 million, but we're asking 90 million, knowing that state will reduce 50% cut off everybody's request, right?
Yes, sir.
We're estimating that they're going to cut it in half,
Yeah.
but we don't
Yeah,
know.
we're estimating.
So we are asking
Whatever we ask.
for $94 million. And so what is going to be our total outstanding bond debt if we get this one?
Currently it's around 450. With this 35, it will be 480. Around, I don't have the exact numbers in front of me.
Right around half billion.
And is this a scary number or not?
I'm sorry?
Is this a scary number in terms of financial strength or?
Not, I mean, not really. I'm looking at those.
To
Because
owe a
based on-
$500 million?
Yes, sir. It's a scare number. It's $500 million in the debt market. But of course, when you go to bond market, they'll tell you more. You know, they will only provide you that bond if you meet the numbers, you know, the ratios and everything. So they will not provide funding if you don't meet financial requirements.
Yeah. Yes, sir. We have 50 buildings, right? 50 buildings. They worth anyways. We could own them. We do that with bonds, or someone else will buy them and lease that to us, regardless the but asset value of providing this education for 32,000 students is that much. So it's either bonds or leases. It's not scary if we use the money wisely. And the bonds also have some covenants like you lease it, your landlord looks at your credit, if you can pay my lease, right? This is the same idea. When we go to lease, nobody questions our credit now, but when we started, Dr. tells the story for the first building, nobody gives us a building, there's no history. Now everybody gives us a building. Bond, same way, we have to, the amount is not scary, but we have to provide enough surplus to satisfy bond covenants. We have to have at least, 1.1, 1.3, 1.1 is the minimum. We have to have some surplus to address that every single year. So that part is important.
So what is the value of the buildings for these bonds we are using?
I don't have it in my mind, but on our audit report,
Approximately, I mean, more or less.
more or less, it must be, our assets must be around a little more than $500 million.
More than half a billion.
More than $500 million, yes, sir.
It's just last time when we were discussing this North Carolina opportunity, the issue came up that the reason the bond people owns that school now is because of the bond, they failed to meet some requirements. So we are way ahead of, we are far from that, but I'm just wondering what's a good percentage of, we know our budget, right, operation budget, what's a good percentage? Is it 100%, 150%, 200%? Like, I understand the logic, but at the same time, like, when you have credit card debts, you keep getting new offers. Yes, the banks still want to borrow, lend you money, but it's your choice whether or not to do that or not. So it's just, if financially we have a point that someday, maybe it's not this year, but next year, to reach and say, from now on, we won't get any more debt, but we'll go with the previous approach, which is leasing. I don't know. It's just financially, if you guys are the experts, but I'm just, wondering if there's any good, healthy percentage compared to your operational budget.
Yeah. As far as a quick answer, and Drew, if you want to step in, you can do that. Quick answer is there are two indicators. The one is if you are able to pay your debt or lease. The same story goes with this. Say we lease all the buildings, and we have 32 students, we have enough revenue to pay the lease. By the way, lease is always expensive than
More
bonds.
expensive than bonds.
Always, because somebody is making minimum 20 to 40% spread on that. Somebody has to make money. While when you use your bond, which is cheaper, and you don't make any extra, so that's better choice. But say today, we learn technically, theoretically it's possible. Tomorrow morning we go to school and we find out that 3,000 students did not show up. They withdraw the school one day. 10% is gone. That means 10% of revenue is gone. That means you don't have the money to pay your bonds. Then you're in trouble. Same goes with the lease. You don't have money to pay your lease. And leases have those covenants as well. They can come after you. They will sue you. They will get your cash. But these are manageable risks. That's why we have professional third-party S&P Standard & Poor's evaluates our bonds, our surplus, and gives us BBB rating, which is one of the most solid ratings that HR school and nonprofit can get. So I don't see a risk on investing or growing with bonds. I see more risk growing with leases because they are more expensive. But bottom line, we have to budget right to create enough surplus every year. If you just spend every money to the payroll, that will be a problem. It has to be balanced. It has to provide some certain amount of surplus to 3% minimum every year.
So, but let me just make a revision or correction that there are cases, we examine case-by-case cases, whether lease versus, doing bond or purchasing. So every instances we have been carefully evaluating which one for the best interest of Harmony Public School, either we lease or we do bond or purchase. So there are some cases that we will just do lease certain time. So we don't put stress on our organization, especially when it comes to amortization or
yes, depreciation.
Depreciation issues.
We have the CSS, Charter School Solution Leases, but again, CSS is a non-profit. They don't make any spread, number one. Number two, they issue bonds still. And number three, they build the buildings cheaper than what we were able to build. So we compare these two, it's cheaper than we take lease. But CSS is an exceptional thing. Every other lease in the market still has those spreads we have to pay at the end.
Yeah, it's just that, when you give the example of if something goes bad, we have to worry about the lease or we have to worry about the bond. It's like the dealing with the lease compared to dealing with the Wall Street people who has all these legal rights and attorneys and others. I'm just comparing so that we can make better decisions. But I mean, if it makes financially more sense, to sell, we have been doing it. So, and we have been successful in doing that. I'm just wondering when it's a good time to reconsider good number.
Just give you an example which will make you, one of the campuses that I don't think I should mention in public meeting is leased since 2000, I believe, 8, and lease is up to renewal. And I just negotiated the lease today, that's why I'm saying. If we buy the building 50% more than market value, we still make money every year, 100,000 for one campus. If we buy at the market rate, we are making 250,000 extra every year. So that what it means if 2008, if we were able to buy the building and do it ourselves, we will pay $250,000 every year less than what we have. It's at least 10 years, it's lease up next year, we're talking about 2.5 with interest, $3 million loss if you lease the building. Yeah, you're right, but it's the change or the return is way higher than we need to budget our budgets are right, and we need to spend our bonds money to student revenue generating projects rather than not revenue generating projects. That's the key to this.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was very clarifying. Thank you very much.
I mean, there is no denying that individually, each case by case, it makes more sense, and that's why we have been doing it. $450 million of it. Just a question I have in my mind for later is, what's a good stopping number? Is there any other questions? We are being asked for this resolution to approve $94 million bond sale, I guess. Anybody would like to make a motion if we don't have a question?
I make a motion to approve the resolution of the Board of Directors of Harmony Public Schools requesting the permanent school fund guarantee of bonds and authorizing a bond financing to finance and refinance educational facilities and containing other matters related thereto.
Anybody seconding this resolution? Second. This motion? All right, seconded. Everybody in favor of approving this motion, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. It's approved. Thank you,
you.
Drew. Thank you, Dr. Akilis.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so the next item is consider approval of a board resolution to submit the expansion amendment request to add a new building to Harmony School of Innovation, El Paso, under the Harmony Science Academy, El Paso Charter, CDN 071-806.
Yes, next several items will be reviewed and explained by Ms. Baca.
Okay,
Ms. Baca?
Good evening, everyone,
Good evening.
board members.
thank you.
The Harmony School of Innovation in El Paso would like to expand their campus to a building right next door that's going to offer 6 classrooms and is going to house the pre-K to first grade students.
Ms. Baca, before you start, is there any document we should be looking at in our package, or is there just, so if we remind that to the board members, so it will be easier to follow. Is there a document, Mr. Balaban, in our package
Which one?
for this item?
Yes,
Yes, number 7.
it's right
Okay.
behind us, right
Okay,
behind us.
continue, please. Thank you. Go ahead.
So due to the building having an address, we're required to apply for an expansion amendment with TA.
Okay. So it's just going to be an expansion, right?
Yes, so
sorry.
this is a site on our, next to our building. So not far from maybe several hundred, maybe less than 100 feet.
Yes, sir, but the building is... because-
Separate.
Yeah, it's separate and it has a different address, so when a building has a different address, a TA
TA
requires...
runs.
Yeah,
has to
it's
do
a
it.
different suite number requires different amendment, actual
Okay.
amendment to get
All right. Is there any questions?